let's talk about love. I have a story of many women. I have stories of many women in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s that talk to me about love. And a lot of this conversation evolve around love that's not healthy, love that unhealthy love, um, love that not being reciprocate or waiting, the story of like waiting to be loved or not really believing in themselves that they are loved. And why do people keep getting to this type of relationship? Or when you talk to your friends and your friends like, well, why do you keep putting yourself in that type of relationship or keep doing the same thing? Why do you do that? And you don't have an answer for them. Well, this is it. I think this is an answer. And I hope this is an answer, and I hope this is something that people can understand and relate it to. First off, in my last video, we talk about the why do people do what they do, and I talk about conditioning, I talk about survivorship, I talk about the habits of thoughts, of thinking, of behavior, of doing, and love is one of them. Love can be answered. Why do people keep getting in bad relationship or finding this unhealthy, loving relationship, which is when it's unhealthy, we shouldn't be really call them love. It's one of the reason is conditioning. When you condition to believe about what love is, you live your life based on that conditioning. For example, if I grew up, and I talked about this before, if I grew up in a household that parents are fighting, throwing things, belittle each other, a child may learn that that's mean love. Because, well, their parents, they have me and they're still together, so they must love each other, or they must make up and it's okay with it, but the next week they do it again, over again. When I worked for Department of Children Services and Family, I was a emergency investigator, so investigate child abuse cases all the time, and I came across so many households of domestic violence, and those children, those parents, when I interview them, when I talk to them, when I learn about their story, they have grown up in a family there's domestic violence, and they believe that it's love. They're not really saying it out loud because they didn't know at the time, but as my work in this field, I work with trauma. I work with trauma for a long time and work with children that's surviving trauma, complex trauma, PTSD, and adults who survive living in a survivorship mode for a long time. I learned a couple things about them, and everybody, able to tell me what they believe about love really is, and not really positive. They're not really positive. Mostly they're very negative. Love is suffering, right? Love is yelling, hitting, and I need to be in this relationship because I have to feel guilty. Love is about waiting. Love is about wanting someone to love me, loving about being validated by another person. Imagine you grew up in a household where your parents never validate each other and never really teach you how to validate yourself. Never really tell you you are beautiful enough, you are loved, you are enough, you're valuable. If you never hear those words and you never heard those words, and also your parent treating each other very wrongly, and therefore they also treating you very wrongly and not in a loving way, that's how you learn what love really is. So that's conditioning. And because that's conditioning, you have created this sense of lack of believing in yourself, believing in your self values. You never learned how to validate yourself. And every human needs validation. So you are living in under false pretend that if someone validates you, you need to go out there and receive those love from somebody else. You never really learn how to love yourself. And if you don't learn how to love yourself and value who you are as a human being or who you are at all, then what you do is, because you want the connection, you are going out there in the world attracting people or get into a relationship with people who might not have your best interests. Because you might be attracting people who also need love. And when two people needed love come together, don't know how to validate yourself, you're starting to repeat the cycle of your parents. You start to repeat the cycle of your ancestor, your grandparents. You're repeating this cycle over and over again of love is pain, love is yelling, love is, being patient with someone who trying to hurt you or belittle you all the time. Love is about being codependent on somebody else's validation. But that's not really love, isn't it? That's not really true love. But because you never really learn what true love really is, so you don't know. My belief is true love is the ability to love myself, the ability to love yourself, the ability to validating yourself and see the value in yourself. And when you see the value in yourself and you learn and you know how to validate yourself, you get yourself, your need met, you take care of your own mental health, your own mind, and be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you are beautiful, you are handsome, or you are loved, you matter, that you're valuable. And if you can do that, that's love. And you can really cherish this love because you share it yourself. So you go out there in the world, be able to cherish other people who you love, fall in love with, who also love you back. And you'll be able to be in that type of positive, loving relationship. And that's amazing. And I really hope you find that love. And so if you are someone who never really experienced that, I suggest you look deeper into yourself, understanding your own self, find your own value, understand what your belief system really are, and it always start very deep at the subconscious level. When you were conditioning, when you were learning something at a very young age, and you never really change or understand what your belief system really are, you go about life in a painful way. But if you're able to look deeper, understanding your own subconscious mind and knowing that I might not believe the best thing about myself, and I want to change that, change it at that level, and you will really find the truly happiness in your life. You'll be able to see and build that tapestry, that beautiful tapestry in your life. As I help my client all the time, look at each thread of your life. As you look at your life at the tapestry and you see each thread, if that's knotted, if it's broken, you're going to go in and fix and change it so that you can build the amazing life for yourself. And that's including something about love. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you get something out of this video today. This is May St. Ange. I am a hypnotherapist, a certified master level clinician. I work with trauma. I specialize in complex trauma, helping people recover from trauma every single day. And I really hope what I get to share with you today can be of value to you. So thank you for watching the video, and I will see you again next time. If you have any comments or you have any question that you want me to answer, you can put it down in a comment You can send me a personal messages, and if I have the answer for you, I will make a video and share with you. And thanks again. See you next time. Bye.